Me to client, please don't do this thing. Client. Client calls me 10 times a day asking for updates about his or her case. Me. Close the program, wait for the program to respond. When you have someone who's very worried, who's very on the ball, who always wants updates, you should, of course, as a lawyer, have a duty to update them regularly of any correspondence or how the case is going. At the same time, you have to be firm with your client and make sure that they know that if something is done, you have to wait for a while for the court to respond or things to move before the next step. Law students are easily startled, but they'll soon be back, and in greater numbers. Honestly, what they teach you in law school versus what actually is in practice is completely different. So there's a lot of culture shock, honestly, and they get scared off after a while, but then when they realize that they have no other option, they come back. Me having explained to the client how something must be done, doing it any other way being detrimental to the case. Client doing it the exact way which should be the most detrimental. This has happened quite a lot just because you are not the client. I repeat, you are not the client. So you can only advise. At the same time, if clients want to do what they want to do, it's not up to you because they have their own free will. The most important thing is that you advise them beforehand so that when they do it, they have your legal counsel. If they were to do something which is detrimental to their case, you would also remind them once again, this is not right. You should not be doing this because you're gonna impact your case. It's gonna be harder for me to get a good outcome for you. Me to client, please don't do this thing. Client.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my goodness. I have had cases where I have advised my client not to do this thing and please don't do this thing, but they have still done it. Or they're like, but can I do it another way, but like really pretty similar? No, don't do it. We thought about the repercussions of you doing it. We know the law. Do not do your own legal research and do it. Do not take it into your own hands. When we advise you something, it's because there are repercussions for you later on. So please don't do it. Listen to your lawyer. I will reply to your each and every paragraph. Sincerely, a law student. This is so true to life because this doesn't just apply to law students, it applies to lawyers in general. When you are filing a defense, for example, to a statement of claim or any court document whatsoever, or even a letter that is addressed to your client, you have to reply, generally speaking, to each and every paragraph. You have to say, I deny this, and then you have to say the reasons why. Otherwise, your client will not have the defense because it will be taken as if everything is admitted. Although usually we do put a clause saying that everything is denied, but you have to respond to each and every paragraph. This is something which is a fundamental of civil litigation. When you lock a law student in a room with jurisprudence, CPC, and corporate law books, hey there, demon, it's me, your boy. These are really very wordy, extremely technical modules that you study in law school. I suppose like law students just generally, they're not a fan of jurisprudence, honestly. But having said that, that was my favorite topic in law school. That's weird. I don't know why. When I just started my TC, ready I am. Serve justice, I will. Baby Yoda! Me 1 month after getting called, barely clinging on to my health and sanity. A trap, this is. Okay, now TC stands for training contract. Training contract is basically the contract that is offered to you when you start as an associate, as a legal associate, as a junior lawyer. I would say that if you are a young lawyer, you are generally the one who has to work the hardest just because you are the one who has to turn around the most and you have to produce the most results. Otherwise, they may not retain you, So there's a lot of pressure. And I can understand why after 1 month they would feel like that. But I think 1 month is too soon. I'd say after 1 year at least. Come on, guys. Honestly, my advice to young lawyers is just be positive. Just do your best. When you CC opposing counsel in an email giving advice to your client, this happened before to, not to myself personally, but from other counsel CCing me. That's pretty embarrassing because obviously these information is protected by solicitor client privilege. So what I would do is send the lawyer an email saying, I would suppose this is confidential. This is information that was meant for you and your client. Please stop sending me these emails because otherwise it would be a breach of confidentiality. Me getting ready to meet one particular difficult client, I see. So when you're a junior associate or when you're a younger lawyer, you always have a supervising lawyer on the file, someone who's more senior, someone who can show you the ropes. And here, this partner is putting her in a bomb suit before meeting this difficult client. And it's true, clients can be difficult, clients can be emotional, and it's your job as a lawyer to actually assuage them or actually make sure that their worries and their concerns are met. I busted a mirror and got 7 years bad luck, but my lawyer thinks he can get me 5. Busting a mirror is never a crime unless you busted someone else's mirror. But generally, it's the lawyer's duty to try to reduce the sentence of what the prosecution is trying to put forward for your client, because you want your client to serve as little time as possible. Family crim lawyer, you guys always act like you're better than me. Insolvency, M&A lawyer, banking lawyer. This is actually fairly true to life. I'm a family lawyer, a civil litigation lawyer. The people in the one below, insolvency, M&A. M&A stands for mergers and acquisition. It's a part of corporate law, and banking lawyers. Now, these are very heavy in finance, big corporations merging with each other, acquiring assets of each other. This is considered very much under the ambit of corporate law, whereas family and criminal law, we deal a lot more with people. So it's more about people who are going for divorce, family violence, stuff like, obviously your assault and battery, your for crim law. This does exist, I think, just because it is a given fact that in corporate law, I would say generally they would earn a lot more. So I don't think my friends are like that. I think they're pretty nice to me. What do lawyers wear to court? Lawsuits. Yeah, this is how I'm feeling right now. Lawyers do wear suits. It's the have to go to recommended and required actually court attire for guys. Guys have to wear a tie. Women, it's not necessary. You can wear so long as you're smart. Generally black for Singapore. When you win and the client still complains. Clients, speak for yourself. All right, everyone, so we've come back to the end of Legal Meme Reacts. So right now we've reviewed so many memes. I really enjoyed them. And if you see any other memes that you would like to see, leave them in the comments below or suggest some concepts or things you want me to react to in the future. Once again, my name is Luke Lee. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.